Okay, let's talk about something real. Let's break down that feeling, that nagging sense that trouble just seems to find you no matter what you do. Have you ever felt this? I mean, really felt it. You finally leave that job with the toxic boss and boom, your new one has a coworker who's just as bad, only in a different way. Or you cut ties with that friend who drains all your energy, and somehow a new person just like them walks right into your life. What is going on? Well, here's the thing. What if it's not the city, or the office, or the people? What if the one thing that's consistent in all of those situations is us? More specifically, it's our reaction to what's happening. Or maybe more accurately, our trained lack of one. And that leads us right into what you could call the trap of running away. It's this exhausting cycle where we believe changing our surroundings is the answer, when the real problem is packed right in our own luggage. Yeah, it's the exact same story, just on a different stage with different actors. We keep thinking, okay, this time, a fresh start, it's all gonna be different. But the trouble, it just follows us. It sticks to us like a shadow because, well, we're the one casting it. You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head. It's so vivid. If we don't fundamentally change how we respond when someone mistreats us, that unspoken label, that easy target sign, it just comes right along with us to the next place. It's not about the location, it's about the posture we show the world. And this is where it gets really tricky. This is where one of our best qualities, our kindness, can actually become our biggest vulnerability. Just look at this disconnect right here. On one hand, you have our hope. It's beautiful, right? If I'm just nice, if I'm accommodating, people will be nice back. We want to believe that. But then there's reality. And the reality is kindness that has no backbone. Kindness without any boundaries, well, it doesn't inspire respect. It actually looks like an open invitation to take advantage. And these are the signals we're sending without even saying a word. This is that unspoken invitation. We say yes when every fiber of our being is screaming no. We try to convince ourselves that just taking it, suffering a loss is a blessing. We bite our tongue and endure insults just praying they'll go away. At the end of the day, we're more afraid of a little conflict than we are of losing our own peace. And trust me, other people can feel that a mile away. This is one of those truths that's tough to hear, but so necessary. Being passive, being weak, it doesn't make people feel sorry for you. For certain types of people, it makes them see a green light. Every single time we back down, we're actually clearing the path for the next time it happens. So okay, that's the dynamic. But what's the logic here? Well, this is the part where it all clicks into place. It's time to learn the bully's simple math. It really comes down to this. The world is basically a mirror. If you don't stand up for yourself, why would you expect anyone else to? If you consistently send out the signal that your boundaries don't matter, people will believe you. It all starts from the inside. And this gets to the absolute core of the strategy. You have to understand that bullying isn't just random chaos, it's a transaction. The bully gets something they want, a feeling of power, control, maybe even just attention, and it costs them absolutely nothing. So why would they ever stop? Your job isn't to psychoanalyze them or change their heart. Your job is to change the math. You have to make bullying you a totally unprofitable business. All right, enough about the problem, we get it. Now let's build the solution. Here is a clear, doable, 3-step plan to defend yourself. It's really that simple. Step 1, react instantly. Step 2, create a cost. And step 3, use the rules. Let's break down exactly what that looks like in the real world. Step 1 is all about timing. The moment someone crosses a line, you have to respond. Right then. Not later today, not tomorrow, instantly. See, their whole game plan is built on the idea that you'll be silent. The second you break that expectation, the entire dynamic shifts. You're immediately showing them, nope, I am not who you thought I was. And look, a reaction doesn't mean you have to cause a huge scene, not at all. Sometimes the most powerful moves are the quietest. Just a firm, steady gaze that says, I see exactly what you're doing. Or a simple, calm question like, can you explain why that's appropriate? It puts it right back on them. Even just a sudden, deliberate silence can completely shatter their momentum. Okay, now for step 2, the heart of it all. You have to create a cost. You have to make sure that the act of messing with you has a negative consequence for them. You need to make it more work than it's worth. Period. And these costs are so practical. Make it cost them time. Insist on going through the slow official channels. Make it cost them energy. Make them explain their ridiculous request over and over in public. Sorry, can you clarify that for me again? Make it cost them socially. Calmly and rationally correct their lies right in front of other people. Or make it an emotional cost. Use that firm tone and those direct questions to make them the one who feels awkward and uncomfortable for a change. And finally, step 3. Remember, you are not fighting this battle alone. Use the rules of whatever environment you're in. Workplaces, organizations, they all have policies and procedures. These aren't just suggestions on a piece of paper. They are your shield. They are your weapon. You can stop making it a personal fight between you and them and start making it about them breaking the established rules. Because when you boil it all down, this isn't about learning a few clever comebacks. It's about a much deeper shift, a shift in who you decide you're going to be. And let's be crystal clear about this. This whole strategy is not about turning into a bully yourself. It's not about being aggressive or looking for a fight. It's about you making a quiet, powerful internal decision. My dignity, my self-respect, my peace, it's just not up for debate anymore. It's non-negotiable. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The world responds to the energy you put out. When you project strength, when you show that you have boundaries and you will enforce them, the world tends to treat you more gently. But when you project weakness, you attract arrogance. It's like a law of social physics. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. If you decided right now, in this moment, that your own peace was the most important thing, that it was completely and totally non-negotiable, who would you become?
Subscribe for daily wisdom.